Welcome, my friend, once again to my channel here, where we take a fundamental approach to fitness to help you to be fit and live free. I'm Matt Schifferly, and today we're addressing a common quandary that comes across my desk every once in a while, where I'll get emails from folks and they're saying, I'm doing really good on like a weight loss journey. I'm in a caloric deficit, I'm doing lots of activity, I'm really managing my diet, and I'm losing weight, and that's going great. But there's this little itch in the back of my mind saying, I want to start strength training. Specifically, I want to start to get stronger and build some muscle. But if I'm in a caloric deficit, is the whole thing just a complete waste of time? Well, first and foremost, no, it's not a waste of time. In fact, everybody who's physically capable, in my opinion, should be doing some degree of strength training, because the influential ripple effect on what it does for you fundamentally, for your health, for your lifestyle, and for your ability to lose weight is just so big and broad. And plus, you don't need to be a bodybuilder. You don't need to spend hours in the gym hitting the muscle from every single little angle. Just a few basic exercises, like in my push-pull squat program, will be more than enough to really get the ball rolling. I was like, okay, great. So it's beneficial. I should be doing it. It'll help me lose weight, all these other sorts of things. But still, caloric deficit. Don't I need to be in the whole caloric surplus thing in order to build muscle? Because if I really just want to build muscle, am I wasting my time? And the quick answer to that is probably not. Because yes, absolutely, food is a big influence to your ability to build muscle, but it has been shown in the research, I'll try and find some over at strongerbyscience.com, link it down below, that you can be in a caloric deficit, especially when you're starting off on strength training or you're coming to it from a long hiatus. You can be in some degree of a deficit and still build muscle. Granted, yes, it's gonna be harder, it's gonna be slower, it's gonna not nearly be, optimal, but who cares? Optimization is not really practical for most people anyway. But yes, it is absolutely possible. Do you need to be in a caloric surplus to build muscle? No, not at all. In fact, that's the very definition of a surplus, something you don't need. A real caloric surplus doesn't build muscle, it builds fat. Real caloric surpluses build fat. They make you fatter. If you eat more and you build muscle, that's not a surplus because you're using it, right? So do you need to be eating more to build the muscle? Well, that's impossible for me to say because I don't know what your current diet, and your workouts, and your lifestyle, and all those other things are like. So who the heck knows? But are you wasting your time in a deficit trying to build muscle? Absolutely not. And even if you, let's say for the sake of argument, you have no chance of building muscle whatsoever, okay? You're in this deficit, it's a pretty extreme deficit, you have no chance of building muscle. Are you wasting your time with that? No, because there's a lot of things that have to happen with your body and your lifestyle and your mental and your focus and your technique and neuromuscular connections. And there's 100 other things that have to happen from your adaptation to strength training first before you can start to build muscle. Okay, so think about it like you're now in this phase where you can prepare and ramp up. You're building the habits, you're getting your routine established, you're building up your ability to have that mental fortitude to push hard at the end of a set. All these sorts of things that have to happen first, you can get that stuff taken care of now. So then, once you're done with the weight loss journey, hopefully sooner than later, and you're like, okay, I got to the weight I want to be at, then you bring your caloric levels up a few ticks to maintenance or even just a little bit more to support that muscle growth. Bang, you are off to the races. You're going to hit the ground running so much faster than if you didn't do any strength training now, and then you waited to be at your ideal weight, and you're like, okay, now I need to figure out this whole strength training thing. You still may potentially have months to go before you can get your ducks in a row to really build the muscle you want. But you could do it now and then hit the ground running when you're done with this whole thing. So bottom line is, get strength training, even if it's something simple like push-pull squat. Stay in that deficit a bit, and then when you are ready to rock and roll, you don't need like a million gazillion calories. Just a few hundred extra ones will probably take care of you in most cases. Be fit, live free.